Hey, good mornings, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, a little bit of a different video. I've been wanting to do this video for the longest time. I look at my analytics every day to see. It tells me so much about the views I'm getting, how long are people watching, what country they live in, male, female, age. It tells me you guys' age. It tells, all the viewers. It tells me everything. And lately, it goes in different directions. Sometimes I have more female viewers. Sometimes I have more male viewers. Right now, I've got about 80% male viewers, and most of you guys are older. At my age, or a little older. That's what my analytics have been telling me for about the last month or two. So this video is for you guys. Look, I'm not the kind of guy I'm not a leader. I'm not a follower, but I'm not a leader. I don't really enjoy telling people, giving people advice. I really don't, unless it's about recovery. This has to do with physical fitness. Now, let me tell you this. I'm almost 60 years old. I'd say about a third of my life, I've been out of shape and overweight. Like I've been very overweight from when I was a kid. From the time I was about 5 till I was 14, I was considerably overweight. Then I slimmed down. When I started using in my 20s, my weight went back up again. I got up to almost 300 pounds before I got clean and sober in 2006. Right after I got clean and sober, I started working out. And let me tell you this is the point here. This is something I never wanted to say on camera because it makes me sound conceited. But it feels so good to be in shape. Let me give you guys a few tips, like working out on different parts of your body. Your arms. Your arms are the parts that show when you're out in public the most, and that's the part I work on the most. Let me tell you, this is what I'll just get down to the facts. Whenever I go to a store, the mall, the beach, I love going to the beach, going out in public, and I see women look at me. I get looks. I almost on a daily basis. I have somebody say, "Oh, you got big arms," or you work out, or this or that, and I see the attention. Like just yesterday, I went to TJ Maxx, and I could see the cashiers, the women looking over at me, and they smile, and they look back down, and they look back up again, And this happens on a day, and it feels great. It feels freaking great. It really feels good to have this kind of confidence, and it's helped me in recovery. And I want to share this with you guys on a few tips on how I got into this frame of mind. Okay, when I first got clean and sober, here's the bottom line. When I first got clean and sober in 2006, I gained weight. A lot of people that are in recovery start, they have more time on their hands. They're not using, they're not partying, and they eat a lot of food. And like I said, I went up to almost 300 pounds. I was 286 pounds. And I had my first physical in like 20 years. And my cholesterol was like 300 or over 300. And that scared me. And this is how it starts. Okay. A lot of you guys out there will say you don't have time. All right. Make time. You make time for what's important to you. All right. This is how it all started. I wanted to do something constructive in my day. Once I got clean and sober, I had that moment of clarity, and I wanted to get out in the world. And I started taking walks, 15-minute walks. And that's how it all started, and it felt good getting out and seeing, just 15 minutes. And I started losing weight, and I started doing it more. Now, the movie Magic Mike, okay, I never even really saw it. But it was about, male strippers. And I remember seeing the way women looked at like Matthew McConaughey and those guys with the six packs, and I wanted women to look at me like that. Right. So this is honestly how it all started. I told myself, Daryl, I got clean and sober. I quit crack. I quit heroin. And I told myself, you could have whatever you want in this world. If you want it bad enough, you can have it. That is the truth. I just got goosebumps. All right. And so I made up my mind. I want a six pack. I've had a gut, and back when I was using, I had man boobs and everything, and love handles, and I made up my mind. I want this. I will not stop till I get this. Now it's been 20 years. that I've been clean and sober, and I've kind of, I've slacked off a little bit on the stomach area, but I still work on my arms a lot. I still work on my overall shape. I mean, at 59 years old, it gets harder every year to get in shape. So I suggest you guys start this right away. And that's all it takes. I remember like buying a piece of gym equipment or a weight. I remember seeing a weight in the corner of my room. And I tell myself, geez, I really should work out. I should do this or do that. And I would never do it. Just do it. Do it today. You can have whatever you want. And I'm telling you, it feels so much better when you go out in public and to know that you look good and people look at you and you look good to them. It is such a good feeling. It changes your whole life. It really does. And it's part of the thing that's kept me clean and sober for the last over almost coming up on 19 years. Just a lot of people say they don't have time. Make time. The time that you spend on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or watching YouTube videos. I mean, I hate to say that, but take that time. Take 15 minutes of your day, and just start small. You could buy. I'm going to show you guys. I'll tell you what. Right here, I'm going to show you guys what I have for actual gym equipment in the house. Here, check this out. Okay, so I gathered all the equipment I have here in the house right here. And I would say there's not even $500 worth right here. I got a 50-pound weight that I've had since my father bought. It was probably my father's weights when I was like 5 years old. 50 pounds. I've got two 15-pound weights, a 25-pound weight, a 35-pound weight, two 40-pound weights, pull-up bar, workout gloves, push-up handles, and a very badly beat straps for doing hanging crunches. These hang off the bottom of here. You attach this to a door, as you guys have probably seen, and these are for hanging crunches, where you put your elbows in here and lift your feet up to the ceiling and do some other exercises. You don't even need all this. All right, you could just use a chair. Okay, you don't even need all that. All you need is a chair to start, where you sit down in front of a chair, like a kitchen chair. Put your butt on the floor, right smack in front of the chair on the floor. Put your arms up on the seat of the chair. Extend your arms all the way up and push your hips up towards the ceiling. So it works out your arm, and extend your arms. Feel the pain, feel the stretch in your arms. So your elbows extend, and push your hips up to towards the ceiling. So it works out all these muscles in here. Like I said, I'm not a professional on this. One thing I probably should say too is, don't do this unless you're physically able to do this. Get the okay of your doctor to do this stuff. But if you want this, you can have it. And like I said, it feels so freaking good. On a daily, like I said, almost daily, people say to me, oh, you're a big guy, you got big arms, you worked out, this or that. And it changes your whole, it gives you a lot of confidence. It makes you a better person. It makes you feel happier and more confident. It's just such a more rewarding way to go through life. And you can do it. If you want it, you can do it. Just start off small. Start off today. Start off right now. Go in the kitchen, get a chair, and just do these dips, they're called. Just do them 10 times right now after this video. Start it today. And then after 3 or 4 days, do 2 more. And then 2 more. In 3 days, and add to it. Go to Walmart. It only costs maybe $20 to buy a weight, $30 to buy a small, maybe 20-pound weight. Start. Once you start, and you'll start seeing results. It'll take a while, especially if you're my age. But you're going to feel better, and you're going to see a change, and it will change your life. Trust me. All right. Have a good Monday.